Hey guys, what's up? This is the boy who had 7. So today's video is a super fun one because we're going to talk all about my favorite comic book characters of all time. So this video goes out to my boy JPLFlash Geekdom. He's over in England. I love this guy. You all know that I've been shouting him out in a couple of my videos. If you haven't subscribed to him, here is his information. Please go check him out. He's got this awesome contest going on. It ends tomorrow, so you've got to get in on it ASAP. And if you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe to him, please. So show him some love, guys. So anyways, what he's asking is saying, hey, all I want to know from my competition is your 5 favorite characters and show me one indie comic book. Now, JPLFlash, I do not own any indie comic books. I'm all about Marvel and DC. It's what I grew up with. It's what I collect. So what I decided to do for you is throw in an honorable mention in my favorite characters. So to start off, guys, my 2 all-time favorite characters, and you know this if you've been following me for a while, are Batman and Spider-Man. And they interchange all the time. I've got some books back here showing Batman and Spider-Man, but because everybody loves Batman and Spider-Man, I'm going to go ahead and skip them today. You've seen a lot of my Batman, Spider-Man books. I just showed you my favorite Spider-Man cover, I think, like 2 weeks ago. So we are going to get into some of my other favorite characters. And we're going to start off today with the Canadian himself, Wolverine. Guys, I absolutely love Wolverine. This character is so stinking cool, man. I mean, when I was a kid, I would always be asked what powers I wanted, and if someone asked me today, I would say the same thing. I want his healing factor, his adamantium claws. But not only that, Wolverine has got an attitude that is rivaled by nobody else. He has, over the years, because he's been alive for a long time, he's lived in Japan, he's hidden out in the forests of Canada, he's been all over the world, learned all kinds of different martial arts, hand-to-hand combat skills. I mean, this guy not only has deadly instincts like a Wolverine, like an animal, but he's trained, he's got these claws, and it's darn near impossible to kill him. So I love me some Wolverine, and that is why I'm going to start with Wolverine as my favorite character today. I love this guy. Number 2, and this one is sentimental value because of the first comic book that I ever bought, and this is my favorite Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch. I love Ghost Rider, and most people love Johnny Blaze, and Johnny Blaze is great. But Danny Ketch in this 90s outfit is my all-time favorite Ghost Rider and my second favorite character. I mean, I'm going to switch between him and Wolverine all the time, right behind Spider-Man and Batman. I just love me some Danny Ketch. I love the Ghost Rider. I love that he's fighting to protect innocence. I love all of his powers and his moves. When there was the storyline of World War Hulk and the Hulk came back to Earth, ticked off, ready to kill the Illuminati, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, all these guys. I mean, he was angry because that ship blew up his wife and his unborn child. And there's a moment where he meets up with Ghost Rider. And I was looking forward to that battle because Ghost Rider, literally his powers are godlike and limitless. And I mean, he can be broken and destroyed and his body just heals. And so we all know the Hulk, one of the strongest characters in all of comic books, DC or Marvel. And his anger just pushes him even further. So I was waiting for that battle because I wanted the Ghost Rider to whoop his butt. So we didn't get to see it because there was some innocent nearby that was getting hurt. And so Ghost Rider had to drive off and stop that innocent person from being hurt. But man, that would have been cool. And I love this book. This is a book from my collection when I was a kid. And this is the first appearance of Danny Ketch as the Ghost Rider. So really cool book. This next character you guys have heard me talk about a lot. I love the Infinity Gauntlet story arc. If you haven't gone back, I've got a ton of videos that I started out on YouTube doing. That's what I started with because it's my passion. I started talking about Thanos' quest and how he went and found all the different gems. And we started going through the Silver Surfer books and the resurrection or return of Thanos. And so now we're inside of the different crossovers and tie-ins. But I love this character so much because this is my favorite story arc, and he is like the main guy in it. And I'm hoping he makes an appearance in Avengers Part 4, but we will see. But I love me some Adam Warlock. I think Adam Warlock is one of the coolest characters ever created, and look at him there holding the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, he gets the Infinity Gauntlet, and this story takes place after Infinity Gauntlet story arc. It's part of it too. But man, I just love Adam Warlock. When we first heard about him, we heard that he was called Him. And after that, the High Evolutionary gave him his new name, and as Adam Warlock. And I mean, I just love this guy. He's such a cool character, and he plays such a significant role in the Infinity storyline that I'm hoping, now that this Disney deal went through, Disney Fox deal, that we get to see him make an appearance. Though a lot of people call me silly for hoping, I still do. So because I had this love for the Infinity Gauntlet, there's a lot of tie-ins of this next character, and I just absolutely love him. My son and I read all of his 90 run together, and this is none other than Doctor Strange. I love the master of the mystic arts. I just think his story is so neat, and you've all seen it now. It was done so well in the MCU, and he plays a critical role in the Infinity Gauntlet arc. Man, I can't even speak today. In the Infinity Gauntlet arc. And what's really cool about him is that in the MCU, he plays that role again. I don't know if you guys remember, but he's sitting there like looking through the future, and then they ask him, well, what were you doing? He's like, I went through all the possibilities of the future. It's like millions, and I can't remember the number. Right after the movie I could, but right now I can't. And he's like, they're like, how many times did we win? He's like, 1. And so to me, after he did that, we know that whatever events he set into place by giving Thanos the stone and allowing everything to happen and allowing himself to drift away into nothingness after Thanos' snap, it's all part of that one opportunity to win. I know it. So I love Doctor Strange. And his 90s run is so good. It is so good. You guys have to pick it up and read it. It's so cool. So next, my next favorite character, again, it's tied to the Infinity Gauntlet art. And this is, and I love this cover. And it's got my son's birth date stamped on it. I don't usually like date stamps. You want, as a collector, the most pristine copies. But when I saw my son's birthday on there, I was like, gotta pick it up. But check out this beautiful cover. And this almost didn't happen, and I'm not showing you yet because I'm giving you some suspense here. But the creators of these two guys, Kirby and Stan Lee, didn't want these guys to fight. And they decided they'd allow this to happen as long as it ended in a tie, because they're their two favorite characters they created. Check this out, Silver Surfer number 4. Silver Surfer is one of my all-time favorite characters in comic books. I absolutely love him. This Herald of Galactus. His name used to be Norrin Rad. When Galactus showed up to his planet to eat it, he went out there as a scientist and stood in front of this eternal, massive, cosmic being. And he told him, hey, don't destroy my planet, please. I love everyone here. Leave them alone. And in exchange, I will give myself as a servant to you. And so that's how the Silver Surfer was born, and he got his powers from Galactus. And I mean, I just love the Silver Surfer, and he plays a huge role in the Infinity Gauntlet. And if we could see him in there with Adam Warlock, it would be amazing. But look at this art. Look how extremely beautiful these colors are. Look at Thor, who's another one of my top 10 characters. But just look at these guys going at it. And the Rainbow Bridge, I mean, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. So those are my 5 favorite characters today for you guys. And here's my honorable mention. I love this guy so much that I swap him in and out of this list all the time. And let me know, guys, in the comments below if you're like me. Like, some days I love Batman more than Spider-Man, and other days I love Spider-Man more than Batman. And some days this guy sneaks in, and just as they evolve, my heart evolves. And I mean, I just love this guy. So this is the first appearance of the Cajun, and this is the first appearance of Gambit. Man, I love Gambit. Uncanny X-Men 266, 9.8 white pages. I've got another one, 9.6, signed by Chris Claremont. But this bad boy right here, I love this character, and this art is so beautiful. I mean, so cool. But that's my honorable mention for today, Gambit right there. And y'all know I love Gambit and Rogue. I do. So happy to read Mr. and Mrs. X. I'm excited to see what happens. Kick Deadpool's butt and get him out of the way. So, guys, those are my favorite characters. If you don't know much about them, I'm telling you, and I tell people this all the time, go pick up the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. Pick up the whole arc with the tie-ins and the crossovers. You guys will fall in love with Adam Warlock, the Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange. I mean, they're awesome. If you don't know about Danny Ketch, those books are so cheap. You can go pick them up and read all about Danny Ketch and how he became the second Ghost Rider. And, I mean, it's just, these characters are awesome. And everybody knows about Wolverine. I almost passed on him today, but I thought I can't pass on my top 3. So, JPLFlash, congratulations, man. Keep growing. I love your channel. Thank you for all the support you give me. I wanted to pay it back to you today. Hopefully this didn't come in too late. To all my subscribers or anybody watching this video, please go sub up this guy. Let him know that you were sent over by me. Like his videos, subscribe to his channel. So thank you so much. If you guys have any questions, ask me down in the comments below. I really appreciate your time, and as always, I'll talk to you later.